Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani. I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. As you can see, I do have a new planner here in front of me. This is the A5 spiral bound planner from Cloth and Paper. It is dated and I'm absolutely in love with it right now. This came as part of a subscription box, as it usually does for the past 2 years. And it's so handy. It's very simple. I just have a few lines every day for a quick to-do list. And because life is a little busy for me right now, I decided to put my half letter on hold for a bit and use this. So I'm going to plan my week for the second week of April. So stay tuned. I'm really excited to plan. So before I begin, I did just want to walk through a few things that I can show because I actually used this for like social media content prior to switching over for like everyday use. So there's some things in here I don't want to share quite yet because I don't want to ruin surprises, but it starts off with this beautiful vellum sheet that says 2022, and here there's empty space. I just put a few planner cards with these paper clips that I got from Amazon. And then here is a pocket. I believe this came with the planner, which is new this year. And I have a few planner cards in there as well as some stickies that came with the planner as well. So that is definitely an improvement from last year, or something different rather, because the planner last year that we got, the first sort of spiral planner, was great and I loved it, but we did get a few extras this year, so I like that each year we're getting something new. So what's really funny was trying to find a space where I could show the planner before hopping into the plan with me. But as you can see, I do have some sticky notes to mark the second quarter. Here I just marked some important pages. I'm pretty sure there's some random ideas that I had and jotted down on a sticky note, so that highlights where the sticky notes are. And here you will see the current week. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, is plan for the second week of April, which is April 11th through April 17th, because you know I love a Monday start. So let's get started. Okay, so this is what the weekly spread looks like. It is a weekly sort of daily hybrid planner. So you have space for each day. It is a Monday start, which I prefer. And like I said, just a few lines every day to plan. So it really forces me to be strategic and intentional about the things that I plan for every day. I can't have a long laundry list of tasks to do because I don't have that much space. If I do run out of space, I just use that list sticky note from Cloth and Paper, which is just a sticky note with lines on it to jot down a quick to-do list. But otherwise, this is it. Like I said, life is a little busy right now, so I just am going down to like the bare minimum, which is still fun for me. And it just goes to show that planning doesn't necessarily have to be this extravagant affair if you don't want it to be. It can, but if you don't want it, you need something plain and simple, there are definitely options out there for you. So I'm actually going to flip this and plan using this pen from Cloth and Paper. It says study hard, have fun. And I'm not quite sure the name. I know the nib size is 0.5. If you can see that, it's so tiny. But wait till you see the ink on this. I love this pen. I forgot that I had it because it is part of my pen stash. Well, it stays in my cup holder, which is this. So sometimes it's just hard to see what pen I could use, but I dug through recently and rediscovered this pen. So I'll be planning with this. And like I said, wait till you see the ink color. It's so pretty. I know my goals for next week is gym 3 times and yoga. I want to finish content for the month, and I want to start brainstorming for May. Okay, so see, oh, I love it. It's like a copper brown color. It's really gorgeous. And let me bring it up so you all can see. It's a really pretty color and it's definitely a favorite of mine. So I was recently chatting with someone in my Instagram DMs and they asked, how do I plan? So I think it tends to change if I think about myself and how I plan. It changes week to week, but one thing I do like to start with is those reoccurring sort of meetings, events, or rituals that I like to do that I know won't change from week to week. So for example, one of my goals is to go to the gym more often, and there is a gym workout class that is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Saturday if I miss one of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. So I'm going to put the gym classes first because I know that's something that I want to achieve for sure. So Monday's class is unfortunately at 5:30 in the morning. Let's see. So we're gonna put 5:30. Now the one thing I don't like about coils is that it's hard to write with coils sometimes. So that's definitely the downside of planning with coils, and I never figured out how to write smoothly with it. So one of the struggles. Let's see. And then the Friday class is also 5:30 in the morning. Okay, now the Wednesday class can either be 5:30 as well or 6 p.m. And I'm still split about whether or not I want to stick with the morning class or always go to the evening class. It's really hard being up and awake at 5:30 because I usually fall asleep around like 10:30, and sometimes it goes towards 11, and I'm trying to get more sleep because sleep is so important. I think it's really underrated in our society. I could go on. I mean, you could talk about grind culture and everything, but as a person who is really focused and intentional about self-care, sleep is something that I value a lot. Sleep and rest. So I'm gonna put the 6 o'clock time, knowing that if I have the energy, I can go to the 5:30 a.m. class, but it all depends on sleep. Honestly, it depends a lot on sleep and work, because if I'm unable to make it to the 5:30 or the 6 due to work, then I go to the Saturday class. I'm still gonna put the Saturday class on the schedule, knowing that if I go 3 times during the week, then I'll just try to do, yoga is Sunday. Okay, so Saturday is 8:30 a.m., which is much more doable. Okay, so like I said, always start with what you know won't change from week to week, and it's right at the top. So every second Thursday of the month, I do have a meeting for a community center, and I'll put that, I think that's at 6:30. It's sad because it happens every second Thursday of the month, and I still can't remember what time it starts, but I'm pretty sure it's 6:30. Okay, so you have this, oh, I forgot to put P. Oh well, I know it's not 6:30 in the morning, so Oh, you know what? Okay. I knew this when I planned this, but I have a 7 a.m. appointment. 7 a.m. So that's gonna be close, but I know I can run home and shower. And again, if I miss the 5:30 class or any class during the week, there's always that 8:30 class on Saturdays. I'm really trying to get all my workouts in during the week though, so the weekend can truly be a time for rest. So after I do my non-negotiables, my rituals, anything that I know won't change, the next step for me is to just put in tasks that I like to complete a certain day of the week. So for example, Mondays, I like to start editing the YouTube video for the next week. That's something that I like to start on Mondays. On Thursdays, I like to be finished. And by finish, I mean done with editing, done with the promo, done with everything. And I want it to be scheduled and ready to go by the time Friday morning arrives. So finish editing YouTube video. Okay. On Tuesdays, which is really funny, I have nothing there quite yet. But this is when I can get a lot of work done. Again, depending on what time I'm done with my 9 to 5. But I usually have a meeting Tuesday evenings. And the reason why that's not set in stone is because I genuinely do not know what time we're going to be meeting moving forward. I'm trying to push it a little earlier in case I want to go to the morning class, because again, that 6 p.m. time is not guaranteed depending on how busy I am at work. So usually we are meeting at 7:30 or 8. So I'll put it at 7:30. I do like to get a little content done too, so this is when I usually film content. And I'll make a list of what I want to film off camera. But Wednesdays are usually like a rest day for me because, you know, it is like work and then possibly the class. But if I don't have a class, there are a few things I like to do. Okay. Wednesdays is a great brainstorm day for me. I want to finish April content and I want to draft emails. I'm going to be pitching a few businesses, and you know, I don't want to ruin the surprise just in case, you know, it does actually work out. So I'll just write draft pitch emails, and then I want to send them Friday. And I know you're probably thinking, why does it take that long to draft? Because I meticulously review every single word, so sometimes it takes me a few days to draft, and I still want to find the emails, make sure I'm emailing the right person and I have the right attachments. I'll send. So one thing I forgot for Mondays is It usually doesn't take me too long to edit YouTube videos, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I also like to focus on TikTok on Mondays. And that just gives me time to look at trends, gather sounds, brainstorm, you know, upcoming TikToks I want to film. So I like that time. So surprisingly, one thing I do on the weekends is, let me just write that I'll do a list there. Saturdays are dedicated solely to Pinterest. So again, that's creating pins, and I'll create pins, but I'll also do like the idea pins. And just take a look at the analytics. And Sunday is usually a day of rest for me, except I just film the YouTube videos, so for the following week. We're going to film YouTube video. Okay, I wish I could show you what this typically looks like after a week of planning, because there are things crossed out, there are sticky notes sticking everywhere. This side is already a little bumpy because I do have so many sticky notes just thrown around in here, but this is kind of how I start. It's very plain, I know, but again, you all know that I'm pretty minimal and functional when it comes to my planning. So what I will do is use this beige color midliner. I believe this is the beige one. Yes, it's beige. And I'm going to use this tip to just highlight the to-dos so I can have some separation in here. I think it's just better on the eyesight. I don't really like the colors together, but I don't know what color highlighter I would like with this. If you have any suggestions for highlighters that will work good with this pen color, please let me know. Okay, I think that's it. What I usually do from week to week is just, you know, take this off the previous week and stick it on there. But like I said, otherwise, this is how my plans start. And what I'll actually do for next video is show you this page to show you just how much things change and how different it looks, because it's so neat and I love seeing it this way. But after a really busy week or just after a productive week, it looks completely different and it almost borders messy and well used. We'll use positive words here. It looks well used after a while. So this is a planner spread in my A5 planner. Again, this is from Cloth and Paper, and I believe it's still available for purchase. I know we're into Q2, but I still think it's a great investment because you can use it for the rest of the year. I mean, just look at it. I love it. In fact, at the end of the month, I just want to show you a few other layouts in the planner. There is a notes page at the end. There is sort of like a dashboard, but it is on sort of the regular paper. And then you get another notes page and you have this sort of dashboard that you can complete. So there's a section for goals, important dates, bills due, a to-do list here, and a to-do list there, or at least that's what I use it for. But I think you could also use it for affirmations. You could use it to track money every week. You can do a lot there. And here is a monthly spread, tiny but mighty. So as I stated, if you don't have this planner, it's still available on the Cloth and Paper website. And again, I think it is a great investment because you can use it for just about anything. Work, finances, personal life. I know people use this as a journal too. If you don't like writing every day, I think these few lines are a great way to write a few words every day, and it doesn't have to be this long drawn out journaling process. So that's another great way to use this planner. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment box below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Bye.